Why do cervical cancer stages continuously evolve? Imagine watching a story unfold where the characters change and grow over time. That's similar to how cervical cancer progresses within the body. The stages of cervical cancer don't stay the same. They evolve because the disease itself is constantly changing. This evolution is driven by how cancer cells grow, spread, and interact with the body's tissues and immune system. To understand why these stages change, it helps to know what staging means. Staging describes how far the cancer has advanced. It looks at the size of the tumor, whether it has invaded nearby tissues like the vagina or uterus, and if it has spread to lymph nodes or other parts of the body. Early stages mean the cancer is still confined to the cervix, while later stages indicate it has spread further. This information guides doctors in choosing the best treatment options and helps predict how the disease might progress. The biological reasons behind the changing stages are quite complex but fascinating. Cervical cancer usually starts with an infection by high-risk types of human papillomavirus, or HPV. This virus inserts its genes into cervical cells, disrupting their normal functions. If the immune system doesn't clear the infection, these changes can lead to precancerous lesions and eventually invasive cancer. This process takes years or even decades, as the cells gradually acquire genetic and molecular changes. As the cancer develops, the cells become more aggressive. Early on, they might just grow locally within the cervix. Over time, they can invade deeper into the cervical tissue, spread to nearby areas like the vagina or uterus, and eventually reach lymph nodes or distant organs. This step-by-step spread is what causes the stages to change from confined to more advanced. Several factors influence this progression. First, genetic mutations and epigenetic changes in the cancer cells help them grow uncontrollably, avoid the immune system, and spread. HPV's oncoproteins interfere with cell cycle control and DNA repair, allowing more mutations to build up. The more mutations, the more aggressive the cancer can become. Second, tumors aren't made of identical cells. Some grow slowly, while others are more aggressive. Over time, the most aggressive cells tend to dominate, speeding up the progression to higher stages. The tumor's environment also plays a role. Cancer cells can stimulate the growth of new blood vessels, a process called angiogenesis, which supplies oxygen and nutrients, helping the tumor grow and spread. Additionally, as the disease advances, it often develops ways to evade the immune system, making it easier for the cancer to grow unchecked. Medical staging systems, like the FIGO system, are regularly updated to reflect our growing understanding of how cervical cancer behaves. These systems help doctors communicate about the extent of the disease and decide on the most effective treatments. It's important to remember that the evolution of cancer isn't unique to cervical cancer. Other reproductive cancers, like testicular cancer, also change over time as they acquire new genetic changes and interact with their surroundings. This ongoing evolution underscores the importance of regular screening, such as Pap tests, which can detect precancerous changes early. Catching the disease early can prevent it from progressing to more advanced stages. It also highlights why personalized medical care is essential, as each person's disease can evolve differently based on their unique biology. In summary, cervical cancer stages continuously evolve because the disease is dynamic. It's driven by genetic mutations, tumor heterogeneity, and interactions with tissues and the immune system. Recognizing this process helps healthcare professionals diagnose, treat, and manage the disease more effectively. Always consult with healthcare providers for personalized advice, as individual experiences with cervical cancer can vary widely.